Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Mike and Kim here. Beautiful Lake Conroe sunset. I guess we have a lot to talk about. It's about, 7:42, I believe. And sunset here at about 8:10 is what we're thinking. But we doubt we're going to see much unless we get a little bit of clearance. Is that right, Kim? Tell us what happened in weather today.
Oh, my gosh. Well, it looks like by the covering of the first layer of the boat slips that we got 3 more inches of rain today in a very short time. And then there was some pretty severe weather in Houston, and they had a big...
I'm sure that's going to be on the national news what happened, what they're dealing with right now.
Yeah, they had about 1 million people without power right now, which is crazy because they had a big, humongous transformer power line just fall across Interstate 290, and it blocked traffic all lanes both ways. And when we left, it was going on for an hour, and it's still was blocked both ways.
It was on 290 near what's the other highway it crossed?
I have no idea. I don't know.
What was the first one you said?
290.
Oh, I thought that was the exit for like 290. It was coming up.
No, it was for 60 or something like that. Or I don't even know all the highways yet.
All right, but anyway, yeah, 6 lanes going each way. I guess that's a total of 12 lanes plus the exit and everything. Looked like some severe damage went through there in that those big. It looks like the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, the
one of those
transformer, the big, huge. Sorry about the wind. The big, humongous power lines.
Yeah.
That carry the big lines. They do look like Eiffel Towers. One of them came tumbling down like a.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be on the news. So, welcome everybody. We're dealing with just a couple things. We're trying out a few different ways to get the sunset, even though we don't have one tonight. But we try. So we come back. Please like and subscribe us. Let's start there. And that's okay. They understand. So we're new here. We're on Lake Conroe, Montgomery, Texas. We are going to do the Sunset podcast on Lake Charles. Mike and Kim
Lake
here.
Charles?
What did I say?
We said Lake Charles.
What is where we're at? Lake Conroe?
Yeah.
Lake Conroe. So, yeah, we're dealing with the wind right now. This is our second night doing this. And
it's chilly, too. I have a sweatshirt on, and it's chilly tonight, like 65.
Yeah. So, anyway, the strong storms came through, and then we're sitting there. If you watch one of the little shorts we posted earlier, that was around 5 o'clock or so. When the storm was moving in, we're like, there's definitely going to be no sunset to even film. And after it's pushed through, we looked at the radar. We're kind of clear. Now, it is kind of cloudy. It is windy, so we apologize about that. And we are trying out. We have 2 different methods of recording going on right now, so we're going to pick one when we get home tonight.
Right, and if you are using my camera footage, you might see some fish jumping. I've seen 3 of them already, right out in front of the camera.
Well, my camera might have fish jumping. Let me look.
Yours might have them too.
Mine might have some fish jumping too, Kim. But yeah. So we're just figuring it out. We need you to subscribe to our channel, though, and then that way, once we get the, 50 we need?
The 50 we need. We got 6 yesterday. We got 6
Nice.
subscribers yesterday. That's amazing for
All
our first
right,
day.
thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you. We plan on doing these live, and I think what we've decided on is Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, maybe.
At least Mondays and Wednesdays.
Monday and Wednesday at least. We may do Tuesdays. And starting about 7:30 and probably pushing it back just a little bit because it's going to be 8:30, 8:45
Right.
in about a month when the sun goes down. So eventually we want to do about an hour. So we'll start figuring out the timing on all that. And we're dealing with the weather right now, the elements.
The elements.
Elements, I say that right? Elements, thank you. And we have some, visions of grandeur? Is that how that goes?
Visions of glory.
Right. We have a great plan. It's just pulling it all off. It's going to take some time, and I'm not talking just a week or 2, but we're only going to get better. We plan on doing a lot of we're doing some interviews maybe this summer. once the nights get a little bit better, summer kind of hits.
Yeah, 'cause
And,
this is crazy.
Yeah, because right now there's no boats out, but this place here in another week, and the weather starts, this storm stuff starts getting by us. This place is going to be packed, and we want to capture some of that. I mean, I want to see some people dancing on a boat. I don't care. I'm sure they don't care out there. But anyway, we've been doing podcasting for several years now on our other channel. This is a brand new one for us, and so I'm sure we're new to everybody, but welcome. It's who we are, Mike and Kim.
Yep.
I'm the smart and pretty one. I know it's a rare combination.
I'm the dumb and ugly one, I guess.
No, just no.
Yeah, it's crazy because if you looked at our video earlier, the shorts that we did, besides all the rain ones that I posted with fun music to it, but just the video we did telling everybody that we might not have a sunset, but we're still going to go. The clouds are moving the clear other direction today. So now
in 2 hours they've shifted
the
completely.
front came through, it got chilly, and the clouds are moving the clear other way now.
Coming in from the north there now, and we're behind us. I mean, yeah,
We're
it's
probably
all
not going to get any. There's a little teeny breaks here and there, but I don't think we're going to get a real.
weather's
clear break.
pushed through. It got pretty severe down near Cyprus. What was that village? French Village or
Katy.
something? Yeah.
Huh? French Village. Is that one?
No, French Village is from back home where I was at.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
know
you
about the
wish.
French Village?
You
No,
wish.
do you want to really know the real story about French Village? Do you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
French Village Drive-In
Where?
in French Village,
In what state?
Illinois.
Oh.
So, back in the day, and I'm talking the 70s, all right? I'm riding in the front seat with no seatbelt on in a big car. I just remember that kind of stuff, right? Remember them days?
Yep.
This place was called French Village Drive-In, and it was a drive-in movie theater with one screen. Well, late 70s, early 80s, it turned into an X-rated.
They played X-rated movies on the
Yeah,
outdoors?
yeah, I'm not lying. And
No. Jacked up.
if you drove by and parked, you could actually see it from the road.
You don't need the sound. You can just see the
Right,
action.
but you couldn't catch it with the angle driving by it. You could see where it said X-rated at it, right? And
I've
then
never heard of an X-rated drive-in.
well, I mean, unless my memories.
What a weird thing.
Right, and so my dad, and I just remember when we would drive past that place, he would joke and he'd go, and even though you looked over, you couldn't see the movie, right? You couldn't see it. He'd be like, "Don't look over there. The dirty movie's playing over there.
my
Don't look
gosh.
over there."
That's
And
cray-cray.
he would joke about it, make
Wow.
fun about it, but
You probably had
yeah.
season passes. You didn't know
Nah,
about.
I doubt no. But yeah, drive-in movie theater.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, drive-in movie theater. That's nothing but X-rated drive-in
Yeah, that's
movie.
bananas.
You ever heard of that?
I've never even know that was a thing.
Well, it was there for several years. Well, the building was always there. And again, they might not have played movies until like the X-rated ones. And back then, the X-rated ones could be like a PG-13 one now. Or
No. No, they were like.
I'm
maybe
saying
those
I don't think they
Dallas,
played
Deep
those till like after midnight, maybe,
Still,
right? But
that's
still, they didn't
insane.
play like Star Wars or
How
anything.
many kids were like sneaking up to the fence looking at that lived
Oh,
in that
there's a
neighborhood?
fish right there. No, because it wasn't a neighborhood.
Oh.
It was like a lonely space of highway east of
Doesn't seem-
Omaha.
Didn't seem too lonely.
I'm sure if you're there. You're probably, I don't know.
You think it was a lot of just single dudes, or do you think it was couples like
Oh,
making out?
probably just a lot of single girls there hanging out,
I'm sure
doing
a
their
bunch of
hair.
Single girls go to porn movies.
So, anyway, welcome to our podcast, Lake Conroe Sunset.
Talking about.
Well, hey, but I said in a PG-13 way. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't say anything wrong.
No, I just think that's insane.
Yeah. The next thing I have to talk about, I'm thinking about maybe not talking about, but that's another story. So, all right, so let's recap and circle around. We're on Lake Conroe, Montgomery, Texas. It's Thursday night, May 16th.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's on there. We need you to subscribe to our channel and like us because we're trying to build this thing up. We got a lot of great plans for the summer, but if you ever tried to do podcasting, you got to start at the bottom.
Yeah, work your way up.
Work your way up. And
But I can't believe we got 6 subscribers already.
Mildly entertaining, beautifully overrated.
Slightly funny.
Slightly. But here we are. We're planning on doing these, like I said, at least Mondays and Wednesdays live once we can get the live activation, and that comes with the subscribers. Once we hit that, we can go live. We can listen to your chat. We can answer your questions. Oh, I keep walking away. So we are working with 2 different sets of equipment. It's hard enough to work with one set of equipment, and then
That's
now,
what she said.
So I start wandering off. So I'm sorry if you can't.
Like he's
hear
talking
me.
on the phone, wandering around like a crazy person.
Like, I feel like I got a cordless phone. I mean, so we do have the simple iPhone technique for backup, but we're also trying our wireless
With
and
microphone.
mobile, and it's wireless. Well, it's kind of wireless, but we're not plugged into any electricity. We're completely
Right.
We're off the grid.
Well, we're off the grid because we charged up our stuff on the grid.
Yeah, and so that's going to be the trick, Kim, is how long does this shit...
You're far away from my phone.
I know, hold on. You can keep talking.
Well,
I got to check my junk. So I'm looking
what?
good.
Check your junk.
Yeah, this stuff, my
in,
computer.
It's in your pants.
If you listened to the podcast last night, that was our first one, and we were trying some stuff out. Oh. And everything that could go wrong went wrong, including one of our laptops that we used all our podcasts on, just pretty much not really a blue screen or a green screen. It just gave me like an olive gray screen.
That says, I'm done. I'm not going to be your computer anymore. Thank God we had another
old.
computer. We have another computer, so that works good. Plus, we
It
have
was
the
a
iPhone.
Intel negative 1.4.
Negative 1.4.
No, so that computer did great. All them years, the reason it lasted so long because it was old. I mean, it had the bigger, the different drive
I
in
just
it.
got to notice that it's going to start raining again here at 8:15, so hopefully we'll be done by then.
All right, so yeah, that's the other problem. Electronics and water don't mix too well, but you know what? We'll cut it short if we have to because you're not going to see the sunset, I don't think. We were hoping it was going to break. It started to act like it was going to break a little bit and clear just out, just enough to see something, and then it doesn't look like it's going to anyway. So if it starts to rain, yeah, we're going to pack it up. We'll go mobile. But anyway, thanks for joining us, listening to us for now. In the future, like we said, we're going to probably do about an hour-long podcast, talk about just what's going down. It'd be nice to be able to interact with y'all.
I can tell you something funny that's going down. You know, yesterday they said Trump and Biden were going to debate, and Biden called out Trump, said, "Come on, I hear you're free on Wednesdays." So he's selling these "You're free on Wednesdays" shirts or whatever.
Who, Trump now?
No, Biden is. He's selling free on Wednesday shirts or whatever they say.
That's just so ridiculous. I was listening to that today, and I just have no comment.
They interviewed a bunch of people, and they're like, "We're not going to watch it." I bet you it's going to be the most watched debates ever, even when people say they're not going to watch it. Just to hear them argue, no matter what side you're on, just to hear them two guys argue with each other.
Somebody said, like, go back and listen to the Nixon and JFK
You mean
debate.
when Nixon was all sweaty and Kennedy beat his...
Well, yeah,
beat him?
but it wasn't. There was still decorum.
Oh, yeah, there's none. There's not going to be any. It's just going to be a shit show.
I just want to see Biden go try to throw butterscotch at him or something, you know, and it's nothing of that's going to happen. They're going to try to fling some insults, and the problem with it is who's running the show. Two people that hate one of the candidates.
Well, they declined an invitation from Fox, so I don't know what channel they're going to be on.
It's the CNN, and it's a Jake Tapper and the other chick, and
Is that who's doing them?
yeah, and you just can't put fair and balanced under that.
You can't on any channel.
Yeah, right. Even Fox, you can't.
No, they say fair and balanced, but they're not fair and balanced, and neither is CNN.
So we love you no matter how you vote. It's the
Just
problem,
vote-
and that's
just
the
vote
problem.
for us and subscribe.
I think you and I have talked a lot. Oh, yep, thank you. You and I have talked about this a lot. And it's just that I remember growing up back in the day when there was X-rated drive-in
theaters.
movie theaters. You didn't have to wear your seatbelt. But, like, my grandparents and stuff and everybody that all it was about, like, don't ask me who I vote for. Or, you know, like, it wasn't, like, talked
I
about.
remember when it was election day and my dad would come home, my mom said, "Who'd you vote for?" And he said, "That's none of your business."
Right, there's...
My dad wouldn't even tell my mom.
So when there's a curtain that closes and there's,
it's supposed to be private.
right, and it's become too personal.
Well,
and
there was no internet. There was only 3 channels back then.
Well, I told you what happened last time I voted, and I was shocked and appalled, right?
I think you did.
So I went in to vote last time. Was that 3 years ago now?
Yeah, I think so.
And we had just moved. We lived in the same house for 18, 19 years, and even before that, I was in
The same district.
I was half a mile from where my mom lived for all them years too. So growing up, I voted at the same polling place, and we moved. And that was my first time voting more of a urban. It was the old main street of the town district, and is at the library and the public library.
Is there a private library?
Well, yeah, there are. I got one. And so they hand me the ballot to fill out, and they had the little table, and I don't really need the big curtain and all that shit, right? And they don't hand me the cover thing where you go and put it and slide it in the machine. It slides your ballot through, and then you hand them back the envelope. Didn't have an envelope to go around. And when I said something to the election official standing there, she just was like, "Oh, I'm not looking at it." And I'm like, "Well, that's not the point. You might be looking at it. You're just telling me you're not looking at it? That's why I want the cover, to make sure you're not looking at it." And I did my business, and I even stuck around and went to the head election official that was running it and expressed my concern. And she basically didn't care.
That's weird. Why didn't they have
So they just said, "Oh, we haven't had them in a while, and nobody brought any new." They just didn't have any.
For anybody?
For anybody. And I said something to a couple people, and one of them being a very, very... She's on the school board. Okay, let's put it that way. So I don't know what her political thing was, but she's just like, "I don't care who sees who I voted for." But that's not the point, right?
Right. It's supposed to be private.
That's great. You can go prance around and tell everybody who you voted for if you want to, but if you don't want to, you shouldn't. And then that drew more criticism from some people that weren't really agreeing with her, but were looking at me like you're some kind of freak about the. And then I had to explain to him the scenario, which is always like worst case scenario. That'll never happen. I'm like, it might. I mean, what's to say that there's not there's video cameras there at the public library. They can zoom. I say
library. They
can zoom in on it, and if you're voting for the thing to pass the library tax, and you vote no, they know that they're going to charge you double if you're late.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm trying to put it in a simple example, but having trouble. Anyway, and that's where everybody just kind of laughed at me, and I walked away.
That's a great story. Everybody wake back up now.
Election coverage 2024.
Hopefully it's not that boring.
It wasn't a boring story. It just was the
I'm
facts that it happens. So here we are. You want to recap this one?
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up shortly because the wind's getting worse and there's more rain coming in. And we're not going to see a sunset. But we did do a podcast, like we said. Even though it's really crappy out here, obviously, because the wind's terrible.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, we are.
What do you mean? It's not raining yet.
I said, I know. I said, we're going to wrap it up shortly.
Ooh, look behind us,
I
though.
know. It's getting dark back there.
What time is it?
I don't know.
Let me look.
Okay. Look and see what time it is.
I
We've been
can't-
going for about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, 8:03.
All right.
So the sun's actually setting right now.
Yep.
We
tell.
can't see it at all. Oh, I'm standing in the wrong spot.
It's actually lighter now with the cloud coverage than it was last night at the same time. It was dark last night when there was no clouds, when the sun was setting.
Yeah,
It's
last
reflecting on the
night
clouds.
was a nice sunset. So, yeah, I guess 8:03. We're probably, remember it was 8:05. Remember I said there's 5 minutes of trees over there. So normally we'd be watching an orange little ball go right down there. See them blinking lights back there. It's kind of,
Somewhere there's an orange ball, but you can't see it here.
yeah.
There's a couple little breaks in the clouds, but not enough to see anything.
All right. So enough with the stories. We're going to get serious next week. Hey, guys, thank you for watching Lake Conroe Sunset. Mike and Kim here. We're going to be back on Monday. But that doesn't mean we're going to probably throw some videos up over the weekend here and there about some different things going on around the lake
Or around the world.
or around the world. Look at that bird.
It's a bird.
And this is what we're going to do. We got some big plans for the summer that'll get a lot better as far as the sound and the quality and the fun. Because
the
I
cloudiness.
can't wait to be able to chat with people because we
Right.
we already got people that want to do that with us, and we thank you. So please like and I guess more than like, just subscribe to our page. That's what we need right now.
Right. We would
And-
love that. We would appreciate that so much.
All right, and that's all I got. Kim, what about you?
That's all I got, too. I think we're good. What do you think?
You need a cool sign off like Kim out.
Kim out.
Nah.
No.
All right. Nah.
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you very much.
Oh, my goodness.